Namaste, Soul Tribe family. I love you, and the divine loves you. And yeah, somebody's like, yeah, keep that love. Yeah, I bet I'm gonna keep this real love right over here. We ain't doing nothing fake. I love you, babies. Okay. Listen, there's a purging going on. All right. Purging. Okay. There's a purging that is happening. The divine does need and want you to know about this purging. Okay, because I'm going to tell you who it's going to affect. It's going to affect a lot of millennials, okay? Because these millennials were raised up to do things that other parties were doing, okay? And that was to just keep confusion and mayhem and oppression, repression, and reproach live, active, and in effect. Well, that is being purged. It and the purging for it has started. Okay. A lot of energies are pissed at this. Okay. They're gonna be mad, they're gonna be upset, but guess what? It's okay. That too shall pass for them eventually one day. Okay. That is the energy. This is what I am hearing. They are upset, but this too shall pass for them one day. Okay. I love you. Thank you so much for coming back over to All Be in 1111 Energy Soul Tribe family. For the ones that are so loyal to our space and who truly love me. You know, you just don't say it, but you truly do love me. I really do truly love you. And for the ones that, yeah, we gonna keep our real love over here because your fake love has destroyed our world. You haven't really loved our planet. Nah, that's why you let that big BP oil spill happen for so long. hmm You didn't really love the energies living on your planet. And that's why you allowed so many to be harmed. hmm And knew that these harms were taking place. hmm See, they were running off of your emotions, family. That's what Spirit is saying. Spirit is saying, put your emotions to the side and see it for what it is. Okay. All right. A1s, who are my day ones, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribe. Thank you for the donations, everyone. Okay. I check a couple of places and I think it takes a couple of days for them to show up. I'm still trying to learn. Anyway. But thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you for everything you do for our space. Let's tap in. Divine, at this time, I ask that you continue to provide us with protection during this read, all reads, and all the time. I ask that you provide us with clear and concise messages, as well as clarity, guidance, intuition, wisdom, and discernment. Any negativity, any toxicity, any evil being thrown or projected towards myself or the Soul Tribe family, and especially because they know we're truth speakers, I ask for you to return that energy back to sender. Ashe and thank you. Okay. I read in the comments, it started out real sweet, y'all, right? They was talking out real sweet. Then when you read down, they were like, I got deported. Back you. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, you know what? You got deported, but if you got deported, make the best of where you're at. Maybe you're the leader for your country. Okay. Maybe that's something that people need to look at. Okay. I'm sorry that that happened to you, but then again, I guess this is what the American people asked for so that they could get their jobs back. So hopefully you can make the best for wherever you are. Okay. Yeah, because that was the deal. Family, this was the deal. Okay. The deal was do unto others as you want to be done unto, but that did not happen. Tell me more. Yeah. Instead of it becoming something that was mutually obtained and gained for all, it became a hunt. Hmm. Tell me more. A hunt that needed to be brought into balance and healed. A deal that needed healing. hmm Tell me about this hunt. Yeah. The hunt was to consume. The hunt was to consume and only take it how it resonates for you, family. Okay. Yeah. But this balance brought in a transformation. And it really did. Family, it really did. Okay. You got a lot of people out here, they're pissed. They're pissed, right? Because their life was sweet. I can't make it up. They're pissed because their life was sweet. These people that was hunting you down, consuming you on every level, financially, emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally. Okay. Yeah, their life was sweet. It was past tense. Do you see what I'm saying? Because this is greed energy out here. This deal that they made, it needed some healing. Yes, it was time. Transformation into freedom, a transformation into freedom from those who keep trying to do the most. Hmm. Tell me more. Yep. I feel like many people knew that this deal needed healing and it needed it through kindness and wisdom. We haven't been being driven or guided by either, neither kindness nor wisdom. I'll tell you that. Facts. Because kindness, you don't hurt other people intentionally. And that's what was happening. And Spirit had to communicate this to the masses. This was communicated to the masses that these people that were hurting you, that's how they lived. That's how they loved to live. This was their life. And their life was sweet to them. Hurting you was sweet to them. It gave them some sort of, it feels to me like some sort of superficial power. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know how the hurt, what is that saying? Hurt, y'all know what, how does it go? Hurt hurts hurt or something like that, or the hurt, people who are hurt others or something like that, right? You know, this is how they were. They were living vengeful. Okay, they were living vengeful. They were living off of their past life, past experience. They went in feeling like, okay, we're going to take, we're going to do, we're going to, but see, what they realized is they didn't really benefit anyone but themselves. And that's where the selfishness came in. That's where the selfishness came in. I feel like balance, transformation, and freedom is where your energy is at now, family. And it's never been there before for some of y'all. Okay. So this feels weird. This could feel strange to you. Yeah. It could feel strange to you that you're being provided for by the universe, the divine creator of all living things, your angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, because you've never been provided for like that before. And it wasn't that you weren't striving for it, it was that there was a lot of obstacles in the way. And the hunt and this consume and this my life is sweet energy, it's been communicated to the universe that these are the energies right here that were holding you down. Yeah, with their projects. They were should have been protecting you during this time, but instead there was a lot of different projects, yeah, that were inspiring. What were they supposed to inspire? Wow. Fear and intention. Intentional fear. God damn, that's crazy. I asked what they were supposed to inspire, and intentions and fear came out. That's crazy. So they were supposed to inspire you, but their intentions was to inspire you through fear. Damn, that's ruthless. Mm-mm. Whew. Yeah, Spirit is saying trust. That's what it was all about. And it was a collaborative effort. They collaborated for this. Spirit is saying believe. Believe already what you know, family. Yeah. They was wearing disguises. Mm, okay. Well, let's go over here to this deck. Let's get some more answers from this deck. So clarifying this deal that needed to be healed with kindness and wisdom. Tell me more about that. Yeah, didn't I say these people was mad? They was living in the past. Listen, these people got positions, and as soon as they got the positions, they abused their power. They were upset. It was a deal that needed healing with kindness and wisdom, but instead they tried to heal it with revenge. Revenge is a very self-serving energy. Revenge is a very self-serving energy. Okay. That's crazy. Tell me more, spirit. Versus a friendly one. And they were hunting for you. Okay. Like I said, that kindness is a weakness for these people. Not knowing, damn, your dark is pretty dark, family, but you don't practice that. You really want to stay in the light because you already know how dark your dark is. But these energies here, they were on the hunt. They were on the hunt for friendliness because they felt that that was the easiest thing to take advantage of. Mm. Whew. Yep. And now y'all are in this energy that the energy is mutual. The feelings are mutual. It's a mutual thing. Now, I don't know if you're on a revenge or if you just like that I told you so energy, or when, uh, your day was coming. I don't know who's thinking like that. Your day was coming. But this was honesty here. This was honesty. Mm. Something about, they were, the feeling was mutual. Somebody may have done something to you, family, and you just was like, really, this is how we're going to roll. And, now that the tables have turned, I'm picking up this energy of like, I told you so. And, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And, instead of them being honest and integral throughout the process, throughout the whole creation of this, whatever we want to call this planet, they didn't move like you. Now they want to, or somebody is. This gives me this energy like people holding grudges. They held a grudge too long and then they lost sight. They held a grudge too long and they lost sight. They held a grudge too long and lost sight. Yeah, they were apathetic. They just wanted to remain focused on them, nothing else. Interesting. Tell me more. Something about it's real easy to talk a good game until you're in the position and your game changes. Yeah. I feel like with this apathetic and bragging, like, this is people like telling their family about, what success they've made, where they're at now, how they've moved up, yada 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 yada. And this is the energy, okay? This is somebody bragging on how they have achieved things, where they're at now in life, how they're going to be able to do what they need to do. And I feel like with this type of energy that's out here, it was all for themselves. It didn't have nothing to do with the betterment of everyone or the world. And I'm not saying that everybody's going to get better, family. Don't think I'm saying that. What I am saying though is if you utilize your resources where they should be utilized, things could definitely get better. Hmm. Most definitely. Tell me more, spirit. Yeah. See, I feel like a lot of people are looking at how they need to reconnect. They need to reconnect to who they truly are. And many of them is too late for them. They already have. And they know that they've collaborated. And in this collaboration, it could have been good, it could have been bad, it could have been positive, it could have been, it may not have been. But I am telling you right now, everything that is falling down, Spirit is saying it is because it was time to. Tell me more. Yeah, I can't make it up. It was part of the plan. Everything that is crumbling right now, it was time to because it was part of the plan. And this is great news for many. People don't see it. I heard just now, people don't see it right now, but you will. You will. Because this has everything to do with some past life shit that we didn't have nothing to do, but we definitely were the ones that were going to experience the brunt of the backlash from it. Because, see, this stuff goes back way before we were even thought of, before your mama and daddy even had you. Okay? That's why many are surprised to know that you even know about it. They were desperate. They were desperate actually to keep this under wraps. They collaborated to keep this under wraps. Tell me more. They were desperate to keep this hidden. They were desperate to keep it under wraps. They were desperate. Yeah. Now that it's out, they're frustrated. And that's that energy I am picking up on is a lot of frustrated energy because I'm telling you, look, this mirror is happening. For every time they cut you out, set you down, didn't allow you to work, or whatever it was that they were doing to put those obstacles up, those mirrors are back in their face right now. Tell me more about this revenge. It's mutual, empathetic. Tell me, I see this. What is this? Yeah. Now they want to, they shit. Either they want to apologize or they're thinking you should apologize. Well, no. Uh-uh. No. Because this journey has been fucking real. And everything they've done that shit. So we are unapologetic over here because there's no reason for us to have to apologize for a bunch of liars and thieves and con artists and manipulators just because they want a good status. Yeah, nah. Tell me more, spirit. Yeah. After we find out they've exploited us for fucking everything. Yeah, nah. No apologies. Unapologetic. And this is your energy, family. You're not apologizing for anybody that has been dishonest and it came out in the reverse when you've been honest. So these were people that were dishonest across the board. Like you went in there and you really laid everything on the line, on the table. And it was like they wanted you to do that because they wanted to find your vulnerable, your weak spots. They were dishonest from the gate. You went in being honest. They were dishonest from the gate. And then you trusted them. You trusted them because you thought they were mirroring your energy. You thought they had this loving heart and this respect for all. They did not. They did not. They were very unfriendly, very unfriendly. But you couldn't tell because of the disguise on their face. You didn't see this. You didn't see their dishonesty. You didn't see their unfriendliness because it was on their face. And you figured that the face and the window and the eyes are the windows to the soul. So you thought you were seeing sincerity. You weren't. To a certain extent, you were. They were sincerely happy that you were there to be their puppets, their flunkies, their pushovers. And that's how they looked at you. That was their perspective of you. Well, that perspective has been shattered and it had to happen. Yeah. And once again, they're sorry. Okay, family. All right. So I'm going to just get this quick energy checkup for y'all. I love you. Okay. And the divine loves you. And thank you for being here. Okay. Let's close out. Thank you so much, Divine, for allowing us to be here. I ask at this time that you keep us with love, harmony, tranquility, prosperity, peace, protection, and respect, and good health and good wealth in our lives and all the time. Ashe, and thank you. And until next time, you know what I love to say. Namaste.